Welcome to the Friendsgiving Lifestyle Podcast, the space where we celebrate the power of community and the joy of gathering around a shared table. I'm your host, Sandra Coltamedisi, and each week we explore how to create meaningful connections, lasting traditions, and delicious meals that make every guest feel at home. From hosting tips to heartfelt conversations, we're here to help you lean into the season of gratitude. So pull up a chair, there's always a place for you here, right at the table. Let's get started. Hi friends, I'm Sandra Coltamedisi. Get comfortable for episode 7 of the Friendsgiving Lifestyle Podcast. We are in the heart of February, and let's be honest, the novelty of winter has officially worn off. We're all a little restless, and today we're fixing that with Game Night Roulette. Before we dive in, I have an announcement. This week, I've been trying to get our social media up and running on some new channels. So stay to the end of the episode where I'll let you know some of the new channels and channel names, where to find the Friendsgiving shop online. And I'm spotlighting a cozy cafe gathering that I spotted on TikTok recently. One new thing, if you're not listening to the podcast regularly, then you have a few episodes to catch up on. And I'm starting something new. If you're listening to this podcast, then you have officially taken a seat at the table. Use the podcast comments in Spotify or Apple to let me know that you joined me at the table this week. Say something like, "Hey girl, hey, I'm here. It's Dana from Chicago." Or, "I'm here, I got here a little bit late, but I brought good vibes. It's Santino from Italy." I'd love to see who has taken a seat at the table, and we'll try to do some shout outs in upcoming podcasts. Let's get into this game night. We aren't just hosting a one-off board game night. We're building a rotating house-to-house circuit that keeps the squad connected all season long. Here's your quick win for today. Choose one low-stakes game like Uno or a deck of cards and put it in your car or your bag. Being game ready means you can turn even a boring coffee meetup into a moment of play. Let's spin the wheel. Now, what are roulette logistics? How to rotate. The roulette part of this means no person carries the hosting load. What's your action item? Set a recurring date, say every other Thursday. The winner of the final game at House A gets to pick the theme or the snack for the next session at House B. It creates a narrative thread that connects your gatherings. So what's the vibe? This isn't about professional poker. It's about the 3 C's: competition, connection, and chips. Keep the commitment low so the attendance stays high. What is the snack stadium strategy? Since your hands are busy with dice or controllers, the food needs to be grazable. Here's your strategy. I'm a huge fan of the snack stadium or a themed charcuterie board. Use your hosting hack. If you're hosting this round, lean into one-handed foods, sliders, popcorn blends, or even grapes. You want foods that don't require a fork and a knife because nothing kills the momentum of a high-stakes game like having to pause for a formal sit-down meal. We want to keep the energy moving. You know what? I also want to get your opinions on everything from tablescapes to how to handle guests who trash talk other guests after the party concludes. So head on over to my YouTube channel for that and so much more as we lean into the Friendsgiving lifestyle. You might be thinking to yourself, what's my game flavor? Not all game nights are created equal. You have to read the room. If you're at a tabletop, think Settlers of Catan. A party group, think Jackbox or Charades. Or a classic group, think Spades or Hearts. So what's the vibe? If you have new faces in the mix, those plus ones we'll talk about in a few weeks. Start with a cooperative game where everyone plays against the board. It removes the new person pressure and builds instant camaraderie through a shared mission. Over on friendsgivingshop.com, I've introduced a new way to send your bestie a note. In addition to physical products, you can now see our new e-cards. You can personalize the note that you send with each e-card as well. And because you are tuning in to the podcast, you are the first to know about our latest physical product coming to the shop this week. So let's do an unboxing together. All right, this is it. Drum roll, please. Okay, so this is it. You can see this is how it's going to come to you. Super cute. And it is the best addition that you're going to have to your party or your gathering. Our new textured and aged tan brown leather cover guest book. You can see the spine right there. This is the perfect addition to your next get-together. This luxury guest book is packed with 48 pages of organic off-white handmade paper, which is bound and hand printed with a subtle border on every page. It's 6x8, as you can see if you're watching this. So run, don't walk to snag yours on friendsgivingshop.com right now. Now, what are the house rules for this game night? Every house has its own vibe, and Game Night Roulette is a great way to celebrate that. This is your pivot. Instead of following the rule book to a T, introduce one legacy house rule at every stop. At my house, maybe this is the person with the shortest hair goes first, because I just cut my hair. At your house, maybe we have a puns-only penalty. Your hosting hack? Keep a small roulette journal and record who won, what was eaten, and what the house rule was. Could be in your new journal from the Friendsgiving shop. By the end of this year, this becomes a hilarious piece of friend history. Now, I have to introduce you to the Side Dish Energy newsletter, and you can subscribe to it on my website today. Delivered to your inbox with care, you'll find new product announcements, subscriber-only sales, and fun behind the scenes of what is coming soon. It's called the Side Dish Energy newsletter because the sides are where it's at. You can also check out the website's journal, which is online, and it has great event planning ideas, food inspiration, and of course, we have invitations on the shop as well. Funny thing is that adults just don't play enough. But when we do, we remember that our friends aren't just people we eat with, they're people we can be kids with too. So here's your call to action. I've put a game night rotation tracker and my 5 icebreaker games in the show notes. Text the group, "Who's in for roulette?" and just see what happens. The Friendsgiving Lifestyle is about the connection, not the caviar. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to the podcast, take a moment to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. As I always say, send the link to a friend. Sharing is caring. And don't forget to listen to the Friendsgiving soundtrack for February. It is out on Spotify now. Next week, we're putting the controllers down and the phones away for our digital detox dinners. We're talking about the phones in the basket type of challenge and how to actually look each other in the eye. Now, if you'd like to sponsor an episode of the Friendsgiving Lifestyle Podcast, or maybe you have a product that you want reviewed or featured, send me an email to support@friendsgivingshop.com. You can follow us on Instagram at the Friendsgiving Shop, on Blue Sky, TikTok, and Pinterest at Friendsgiving Shop, and on YouTube at Sandra Colton Medici Official. All right. A shout out to Nate Crawford. I came across his post on TikTok a few months ago and wanted to share how he and his partner Justin were sharing their new breakfast concept with friends in Chicago. I'm going to post a few pics here of Nate's TikTok post so you can see just how delicious their food looks. He shared the menu, which he wanted feedback on for their business. It's called Morning Jays. He hosted friends and regular customers as they transformed their apartment into a cozy cafe and made savory items such as a Thanksgiving crispy breakfast sandwich, loaded breakfast potato, complemented by a chai apple cider with salted maple cold foam, zero-proof peppermint barktinis, and sweets that included a chocolate crunch waffle and 5-spiced apple pound cake with miso salted caramel. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. He allowed me to share the images, and I hope this inspires you to transform your space and share your love with your community as well. Next week, I'm sharing a shout out of another account that I saw on TikTok, which I literally thought I saw the impossible happen right before my eyes. So stay tuned for that. And also, if you have someone that you think I should be shouting out because they have these really cozy dinners or crazy ideas for bringing people together, send an email to support@friendsgivingshop.com. If you're checking out our February Friendsgiving soundtrack on Spotify, you might also want to take a listen to Nate's Morning Jays Autumn Cozy Cafe vibes as well. Look for his playlist on Spotify. And as always, I'm Sandra Colton Medici. Keep your friendships rich regardless of your bank account. And I'll see you right back here at the table next week.